Welcome to the progress report for ENG3060, the research project proposal on 3D crosswalks, or the optical illusion crosswalk as some may refer to it. I'm Tyler Noss, and I will be followed by Mohammed, Ramon, and Keegan. That's our team, and our proposal is to look to improve upon pedestrian safety infrastructure here at Wayne State University and in the greater community, and we'd like to do so with the 3D crosswalk, as you can see in the picture on your screen. The goal of this presentation is to inform you on the steps we've taken thus far with this project, and additionally, as we know with the COVID-19 situation, we're going to be talking about how it has affected our teamwork and perhaps really changed our future plans, and we're going to discuss all of that at a later time in this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the elevator pitch. To review, the 3D crosswalk is a product of artistic creativity combined with real-world practicality. They were first introduced in Iceland. They're still an emerging concept, but they contribute to pedestrian safety by providing a visual stimulant to the driver. Our objective with this idea is to mitigate costs associated with this class of infrastructure. We believe that we can target areas that are lower traffic volume and do not necessarily need a traffic signal, which is very expensive. And with our proposed solution here, we can maintain safety for all parties involved, the walkers, the bikers, the drivers. Our research is coming along very well. As my peers will explain shortly, we are focusing on the evolving commuting culture, not only at Wayne State, but in the city of Detroit. As we have previously presented, numerous cities throughout the world and here in the United States are experimenting with 3D pavement markings in critical areas such as elementary schools and neighborhoods. And we now believe that the college campus is a fitting place for these crosswalks. We've identified two specific areas on Wayne State, one at Cass Avenue and the other at Palmer. And just to preface the research phase of this presentation, we've been reaching out to certain people, namely John Frederick, Parking and Transportation Director. We've sent him an email. We haven't heard back from him yet. However, we have other forms of primary research we're conducting. We did collect good results from a survey that we posted on the Wayne State Academica forum with the students, and Mohammed is going to brief you on what we were able to collect from that survey. We'll also do a run-through on some business. We'd like to start up with the art department very soon. We are planning on emailing our questions over to them. And like I had said before here, Mohammed's going to go ahead and go over all this and the timeline, and he'll talk about all that for you. And with that, I'll hand the presentation over to him, and thank you very much.
Okay, hi guys, my name's Mohammed, and as Tyler mentioned, I will be going over the discussion part 1 portion of this presentation. When we first started this project together, everything was super smooth. We expected an end goal of change on our campus. We expected to meet with people regarding the situation to help make walking on campus better. The issue we face now, though, is COVID-19 or coronavirus. With the virus, our campus has been shut down, so there's no longer hundreds or thousands of people walking around, and we can no longer create meetings with people in the art department or even people in charge of public safety. So no, our work is not progressing as we expected it to. We are resorting to emailing people to see if there's still anything we can do. We have to hope for these people to open our emails, and then possibly we can create maybe a Skype meeting or a phone call or something of that sort to have our idea heard. This virus, along with the campus shutdown, has been a major setback in our work, and we can't even meet up with each other in person to discuss this project. We've managed to gather a lot of information regarding accident cases in the area with all the constant traffic, and surprisingly, a lot of data from our survey we uploaded to Academica. Our survey shows that at the time of creating this, we have about 69 responses, and the majority of people would love to see 3D crosswalks implemented in our campus area. They also feel that it would really help get drivers' attention and even help with the safety of our campus community. Of the 69 people that have already responded to our survey, about 90%, or if you want an exact number, 62 people of the 69 agree with us that these 3D crosswalks will benefit us greatly. On the screen here, I also have some pie charts of our survey taken straight from our survey as of March 26, 2020. So, to bring this project to completion, we have a few more steps that need to be taken. We need to email a bunch of people that work in the area and see if they can help us get in contact with the main person, because as Tyler said, we still have not heard back from him yet. We just need to talk to a bunch of people that are in charge so that we can at least present our idea. And after that, we need to see how and when we may begin working on this project, but that information won't come easy. We're all stuck in our homes, so it's very unlikely that we can begin with the labor portion that goes into this project. For now, all we can hope for is the approval of it through emails or possibly phone calls. But until then, we will do everything in our power to move forward given the situation. And up next, Ramon will be speaking on the discussion part 2.
Hi, my name is Ramon, and I will be continuing the discussion portion of this presentation. Starting with our project timeline, when we originally started, we wanted to have any public safety reports and case studies that we were going to use for the project by March 1st, which we were able to get. We also wanted to send out a survey to people online and do an in-person survey with a couple of people by April 1st. We were able to send out the survey online and get back a bunch of responses. The whole in-person survey is not really going to work out anymore, seeing as how people can't really leave their houses right now. We also wanted to get in touch with anyone from the transportation and art departments at the school by April 1st. But considering the situation right now, we have to rely on emailing them, so we don't really know when they will respond to our email, if they do at all. But if we don't have it by April 1st, it might not take any more than just a few days after that, maybe a week or so. As for specific duties for all of us, we all really just help each other out with everything that we do for the project. Other than that, Tyler is still our main researcher, both primary and secondary. Keegan is still our person in charge of collaborative efforts with any faculty from Wayne State. Mohammed, he's still in charge of the presentations, making them look nice, putting together all of the research that is gathered into the slides. I'm still in charge of any written documents that we need for the project, also putting together like research, keeping it all together, and also helping Mohammed with the presentations if he needs it. As for any issues that we have right now with collaborative work, there haven't really been any issues. The only real problem right now to me is this virus, people just not being able to meet in person at all. But other than that, I'm going to hand it over to Keegan to finish off the presentation.
As both Mohammed and Ramon have stated, the outbreak of COVID-19 and the subsequent shelter-in-place executive order enacted by Governor Whitmer has put a serious damper on the ease of communication that we previously had. I'm Keegan, and my main task in this group is to communicate with the Wayne State faculty and other parties to conduct interviews and so on. My specific job has been simply adapted to conducting online or over-the-phone interviews because it just isn't feasible to attempt to arrange an in-person interview in the current environment. Now, after sending out the survey that we created to get a basic grasp of the attitude towards 3D crosswalks, Mohammed explained just how positive the community is to adopt them. Around 90% of those that took the survey agreed that the 3D crosswalk would draw their attention to the road and subsequently the pedestrians on it, and also they would be willing to see them implemented on and around campus. Now, to reiterate what Ramon said previously, our team's jobs have remained mostly untouched, with the only real differences being that they have been adapted for a more online era, as we can't really leave our houses anymore. All in all, our team did take a pretty big hit in productivity when this all happened, but as of the current time that I'm speaking to you, we've managed to figure out workarounds and solutions to most of the issues that we were having. The best example being is that we recently, earlier this week, held an online video call team meeting through Snapchat, and we were able to get everything done that we previously did in our weekly in-person meetings. Now, the biggest hurdle going forward from this is simply getting in touch with both the parking and transportation department and the art department at Wayne State, which we may end up having to push back a week, as it was previously for April 1st, and the whole chaos that all of Wayne State faculty, I'm sure, is enduring at this moment is probably a lot, and all of our emails have at least gone on deaf ears to this point. So now is normally the time that I would ask for questions, but I can't really do that anymore. So thank you for listening.